Welcome back to Football Tactics Zone, your daily home for the latest and most exciting stories from the world of football. From transfer rumors and injury updates to big wins, bold predictions, and behind-the-scenes drama, we've got it all lined up for you. Let's dive straight into today's headlines. In the League's Cup 2025 quarterfinals, Inter Miami faced Mexican side Tigres in Hong Kong, and all eyes were on one major question: how would Miami perform without Lionel Messi? The Argentine legend missed out, and many fans feared the Herons might collapse without their talisman. But Luis Suarez turned back the clock with a vintage display. The Uruguayan opened the scoring in the 23rd minute with his trademark poacher's finish, showing he still has that lethal instinct inside the box. Then, just as Tigres were pressing for an equalizer late in the match, Suarez struck again in the 89th minute, sealing a 2-1 victory for Miami. The win sends Inter Miami into the semi-finals of the competition, and it was an important reminder that this team is more than just Messi. With Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, and Suarez still capable of producing big moments, Miami have a veteran core that can carry them when needed. Fans are now wondering, could Miami actually win the League's Cup without Messi leading the charge? Over in Spain, Real Madrid have kicked off the new La Liga season with a defensive experiment. Youngster Dean Whitson was paired with Eder Militao. In central defense, a bold move from coach Xabi Alonso. Whitson impressed in preseason, showing composure on the ball and strong aerial ability. But Alonso has been very clear: the starting roles in defense are still up for grabs. With Antonio Rudiger, David Alaba, and Raul Asensio all pushing for minutes, the Madrid backline is going to be rotated heavily. For Madrid, this isn't just about finding the best individual players. It's about chemistry. Militao and Rudiger are both aggressive markers, while Alaba brings leadership and ball progression. Whitson offers youthful energy, but will need to prove he can handle the pressure of high-stakes matches. Madrid fans should expect Alonso to tinker with his defense well into the fall before settling on a consistent partnership. In England, one of the big stories is Rasmus Højlund's uncertain future at Manchester United. Reports suggest the Danish striker has been told he may have to leave Old Trafford if the club brings in another forward. According to Fabrizio Romano, Højlund is only willing to accept a loan deal that includes an obligation to buy, meaning he doesn't want to be treated as just a short-term solution. He wants stability and, above all, respect as a long-term project. United fans are split. Some argue Højlund needs more time to develop after showing flashes of brilliance last season, while others believe the club can't rely on him as their main striker if they want to challenge for silverware. If Højlund does leave, United will face the risk of losing a young talent who could explode in the right environment. That a powerful story comes off the pitch. Norway's national team has announced that all proceeds from their upcoming World Cup 2026 qualifier against Israel will be donated to humanitarian aid in Gaza. The decision was made official by the Norwegian Football Federation, and captain Martin Odegaard and striker Erling Haaland both backed the move. Players stated they cannot turn a blind eye to what is happening and felt a responsibility to make a difference. It's a rare moment where football and global issues collide, showing how players and federations can use the game as a platform for greater causes. Fans across Europe have praised Norway's decision as an act of solidarity. In Serie A transfer news, Inter Milan midfielder Christian Aslani is set to leave the San Siro. Both Bologna and Torino submitted offers, but according to Fabrizio Romano, Aslani has chosen Torino. The Albanian international is expected to play a key role in Torino's midfield rebuild, bringing energy, passing range, and tactical flexibility. For Inter, this means they'll have to adjust their depth chart. But for Torino, it could be a game-changer as they push for a higher league finish. In League One, Paris FC have made a statement signing by bringing in Kevin Trapp from Eintracht Frankfurt on a 3-year deal. Trapp, with 383 appearances and 89 clean sheets, isn't just an experienced goalkeeper. He's a proven leader. For Paris FC, newly promoted to League One, adding Trapp is about more than saves. It's about having someone in the dressing room who knows how to manage high-pressure games. With his experience in both the Bundesliga and Europe, Trapp's presence could be crucial for Paris FC's survival this season. Over in Germany, there's disappointment for Indonesian fans. Bayern Munich defender Kevin Dix is unlikely to make his Bundesliga debut this weekend after suffering a muscle injury in the DFB Pokal. The 27-year-old has been training separately from the squad, and Bayern confirmed he's not expected to be fit in time for their clash with Hamburg. For Dix, who was eager to make an impression at one of the world's biggest clubs, it's a tough setback. But the season is long, and Bayern fans will be hoping to see him break into the first team. Later this fall, back in the transfer market, Chelsea are pushing hard for RB Leipzig star Xavi Simons. But Leipzig have fired a clear warning. Unless Chelsea submit a mind-blowing bid, Simons isn't leaving. The Dutch playmaker, formerly of PSG, has been valued at around €70 million. Chelsea see him as the creative spark they need in midfield. But Leipzig are determined not to let go of one of their brightest stars without a fight. The question now is whether Chelsea will go all in and meet the valuation or pivot to other targets. Either way, this saga is far from over in the Premier League. Bournemouth are making an aggressive push for Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah. With their backline lacking depth, the Cherries see Chalobah as the perfect addition that he brings Champions League experience, versatility to play across defense, and the composure needed to handle pressure. For Chelsea, selling Chalobah could free up funds for other signings, but it would also mean losing a homegrown player. Talks are expected to accelerate before the transfer window closes. Manchester United's new boss Ruben Amorim is already under the spotlight. Former Premier League manager Sean Dyche has openly criticized Amorim's tactical approach, claiming it's not working and even suggesting he could get better results using a traditional 4-4-2. While Dyche's comments might sound old school, they reflect a growing frustration among United fans who want to see more attacking consistency. Amorim has time, but the pressure of managing Manchester United means patience is always thin. The new Premier League season is off to a thrilling start with Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester City all winning their opening games. But Mohamed Salah has made a bold prediction. He believes Arsenal will win the Premier League this season. Salah pointed to Arsenal's squad depth, their chemistry under Mikel Arteta, and the experience gained from last season's near-miss as reasons they could finally lift the trophy in 2026. It's a surprising tip coming from a Liverpool icon, but it shows just how far Arsenal have come in recent years. Rumors continue to swirl around Gianluigi Donnarumma potentially moving to Manchester City. However, Pep Guardiola has made it clear that City goalkeepers must meet his high tactical demands. It's not just about making saves, Guardiola explained. Our keeper must build play, break lines with passing, and control the rhythm of the game. That philosophy has made life difficult for keepers in the past, but if Donnarumma does join, he'll have to adapt quickly to Guardiola's system. In England, Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham are both chasing Lorenzo Pellegrini from Roma. With only 12 months left on his contract, Roma are open to selling, and both London clubs see him as the kind of midfielder who can transform their attack. Spurs, in particular, believe Pellegrini's creativity could unlock their front line, while West Ham want him as a replacement for Declan Rice's leadership in midfield. This could turn into one of the Premier League's most intriguing transfer battles. Another hot story in Serie A. Artem Dovbik's future is still uncertain after an inconsistent year at Roma. Several top clubs are circling, but negotiations remain complicated due to Roma's demands. For Dovbik, the decision is clear. Either stay and fight for his place in Rome, or look for a new project where he can be the main man. With the transfer window ticking down, his situation will be resolved soon. Randal Kolo Muani is pushing hard for a return to Juventus. Negotiations with PSG are moving slowly, but the striker has reportedly agreed to lower his salary demands to make the deal happen. That kind of sacrifice shows how badly he wants to return to Turin, and it may just be the key to unlocking the transfer. For Juve, adding Kolo Muani could be a major boost in their hunt for the Serie A title. Iranian striker Mehdi Taremi finds himself in limbo at Inter Milan. At 33, he still dreams of one last big move in Europe's top 5 leagues. But with a €3 million salary, many clubs are hesitant. Taremi has already turned down non-European offers, showing he's determined to play at the highest level. The question is, will a top club take a chance on him before time runs out? Inter Milan are looking at Omer Solet as a possible replacement for Benjamin Pavard. but Udinese are demanding €30 million. Solid's strong tackling and ball playing ability make him a good fit for Inter's system, but the price tag could be a stumbling block. Still, with Pavard's future uncertain, Inter may be forced to negotiate. Adrien Rabiot's time at PSG may be coming to an end. His mother and agent, Veronique Rabiot, has reportedly offered him to Inter Milan after a heated argument with a teammate. Inter know Rabiot well from his Juventus days, and a move back to Serie A could give him the fresh start he's looking for. It will now depend on whether Inter feel his wages are worth the risk. Nottingham Forest are aggressively pursuing Sevilla fullback Jose Angel Carmona. Known for his energy, tough tackling, and excellent passing range, Carmona could be a key addition for Forest. The Premier League side wants to secure his signature before the deadline, as they continue building a squad capable of avoiding another relegation scrap. And finally, one of the most shocking rumors of the window, Barcelona are exploring a move for Julián Álvarez. The Argentine forward only just arrived at Atletico Madrid as a marquee signing, but doubts about his role have already surfaced. Álvarez has publicly admired Barcelona in the past, and the Catalans could try to take advantage if Atletico cannot guarantee him a central role. This would be a blockbuster move, and one that could reshape Barcelona's attack for years to come. And that wraps up today's edition of Football Tactic Zone. Stay tuned for more daily updates, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest from the world of football. See you in the next one.